In question 9, we have two functions f and g. F of x is 2 minus 3 sine 2x and g of x is minus 2 f of x. We have to find the range of f and g. So for the maximum value of f, we add 2 to the amplitude, which is 3. So this will become 5. And for the minimum value, we subtract 2 and the amplitude, which will become minus 1. So f of x will be greater than equals to minus 1 and less than equals to 5. As g of x is minus 2 times f of x, so for g value, we'll multiply the 5 by minus 2, which will become minus 10. And we'll multiply the minus 1 by minus 2, which will become positive 2. So this will become the minimum value and this will become the maximum value. So we can write g of x is less than equals to 2 and greater than equals to minus 10. Now in part B, we have the graph of y is equals to f of x given. We have to sketch the graph of y is equals to g of x. Now we know that this point is 2 as the graph of f of x moved 2 units upwards. The highest value of g of x is 2 and the lowest value is minus 10. So let's say minus 10 is over here. The total difference between the maximum and minimum value is 12. So the amplitude would be 6, which means that the graph will start from over here. And the minus sign represents that the graph will be inverted. So the graph of g of x would be like this. Now, in part C, we have a function h such that h of x is g of x plus pi. Now, we know that from f of x to g of x, the function was multiplied by minus 2. The minus sign basically represents a reflection in the x direction or in the x-axis, and this 2 represents a stretch of factor 2 in the y direction. So we know from f to g, first we had a reflection in x-axis, and then we had a stretch of factor 2 in the y direction. And finally, the x plus pi represents that the graph will move minus pi in the x direction. So finally, we'll have a translation of minus pi in x direction.